morning, everyone. This is Meg's Little House in the Country. It's a little after 8 and the sun keeps disappearing behind clouds. I know this morning's sunrise video wasn't quite what I had hoped for. I just barely remembered to come out and turn off the sprinkler. I should have done it when I got up, but I was tired. I was late when I got to bed last night, and I didn't quite get enough sleep. I am going to be watering. Oh, we gotta get a little water going here. Gotta water the strawberry pots and all the other pots. It still doesn't that look so nice? It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. We're gonna get everything watered here. Just a gentle trickle. Oh, there. Here, let me turn you all around. But thanks for clicking on today's video, and yeah, remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here. Okay, now let's get the water into the pots. This way it doesn't really mess up the soil and it soaks in better. So yeah, still wish I could have gotten more of my herbs to sprout. I put lots of seed in these pots and not much of it sprouted. And I actually got my seed from it should have been good seed. It was Fairy Morse. I didn't pick it up at the dollar store. So, and I mean, these pots should literally be overflowing with plants at this point in time, considering how early I started the seeds, you know, this year in the pots. Just not a lot of them started. I mean, this should have nice big, this should be completely full of chamomile, this whole top, and it's not. So yeah, you know, all the herbs, and they just never grew very big, and this is supposed to have been good garden soil too. Oops, somebody fell over. It got a little breezy last night. It looks like somebody fell over. Let's see if we can get you standing back up. I've really got to find a place to plant these. All of these need to go in the ground. My basil is doing very good. Considering, I mean, this should be big and bushy too. They should all be big and bushy. It's a little disappointing because I did get good soil. I got mixed garden soil along with some potted soil and starter mix, and it just, very little of it actually sprouted, of the herbs I put in here. So I think next spring I will do something different. I think I'll get some compost. Oops, I'm trying to keep you guys in frame and see what I'm doing at the same time. I think I'll get some compost next year and just mix it up with, it just needs more. I think the soil just needs more mending. It just was not good straight out of the bag, and not like it should have been. As for a seed starting mix, it wasn't a really great seed starting mix. It should have, yeah, so get a little more on that. I gotta get that in this tree planted this year. Tree I'll plant this fall. Well, actually I should plant it right now and then just make trips way out into my back lot with buckets of water. And I've got to get mowing done. If I want to make a little trip this weekend, I've got to get all my mowing caught up on my mowing. Got the strawberries to water here too. And I think I got a dandelion coming up in the middle of this pot. Yeah, it's not going to come up. Not more than just the leaves, though. But, yeah. So, I hope y'all had a good weekend. Great time with your families. I did notice when I was at church yesterday, we had a lot of absenteeism at church. There were a lot of people not in town, taking off, getting in those last weekend vacations before school starts. And there were people even planning on heading out of town right after church. I talked to one of my neighbors to see if he could come over and diagnose my lawnmower, and he let me know that they were getting ready to collect the grandkids, and they were all going to be heading out of town for a week. Wouldn't be back till next week. And I says, okay, that's fine. I mean, honestly, I think he could diagnose and probably get it running for me. But, yeah, people getting in vacation. School's about to start here, so there's a lot of last-minute family reunions and family vacations going on before school starts. Yeah, would like to go down and visit my kids and my grandkids this weekend. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to wrangle up some money. You know, it takes gas. My checks don't go very far, not with the amount of bills I got, unfortunately. So I've got to wrangle up some gas money, see if I can make a trip down. Make sure my daughter and her family aren't going to be out of town, because that's the majority of my grandkids is right there, or hers. My youngest son does have 2 kids, and I would like to see them too. I'd like to see as many of the family as I can, depending on who is and is not, you know. But so yeah, that's what I hope to be doing doing for my birthday. You know, I'd like to do that for my birthday. It's gone, and the day before is my granddaughter's birthday. But I don't know. We'll see how things work out. You'll know. I'll let you know. Okay. I got everybody watered here. So let's go. I'm gonna need a sprinkler. That grass is looking pretty dry again. So I need to get it watered. It mows so much better when it's standing up. Get the sprinkler here, and we will put it on my little patch of grass. Get this hooked up. Most of the grass here is doing pretty good, but this little patch has a lot of clay under it, so I don't know why it's not holding the water as well as it should. But yeah, and I don't need it to where it's spraying all over, just that one teeny tiny little area. Come on. Let's make sure it's okay. That's not bad. That's going to get this whole area, and it'll get the dry spots. But yeah, doesn't that look pretty? That looks so nice. I think it turned out great. Let's go take a look back here. Got some dead branches in it. Yeah, I've mentioned that before. Dang. But yeah. Got, yeah. That's going to look pretty good, I think. Not perfectly straight, but, you know, whatever. You know, hook up the hose to the soaker hose here. See if we can get this one hooked up here. And I'll turn on the soaker hose for the day. Hey, I got a sunflower that's blooming. I told you that one was getting ready to bloom the other day. Well, it's on a different video, but yeah, look at that. It's barely 4 foot tall, but, well, 4.5 foot tall instead of 12 feet tall. But it's doing good. At least a lot more of them got taller this year than they did last year. Last year they didn't even get, but I'm going to get this, I'll get the soil amended to the point where eventually we will once again have 12 to 14 foot tall like we did 2-3 years ago. I mean, you go back to my very first garden videos a couple of years ago and you'll see just how tall my sunflowers got every year. So, but that, yep, we got one that's starting to bloom. This is a 5 foot tall one here. So, yeah. I got a few that are 5, one way back in the back. That one, I believe, will hit 6 foot. But it just means they're about half the height they should be. You know, I'm used to having giant sunflowers that literally block the sun and throw shade all over the garden. But, yeah. Okay. Let's get you. You don't need to go visit the sunflowers. But, okay, let's see what we got here. Can we spy anything? I mean, my mom, her pumpkins, I mean, could you believe that? How big they've gotten? How fast they set on. Her pumpkins went from just barely starting to vine out and get out, and I was helping her redirect vines and everything, and next thing you know, the darn things are literally have huge babies on them. Huge pumpkins on those vines. And I'm just going, how did that happen so fast? You know? How did it happen so fast that they went from barely having any fruit on them to just really, really huge? Huge pumpkins. You know, they had a few vines, they were starting to bloom. 2 weeks later, they got huge pumpkins. Now she's got one that's already ripening. It's turning orange. And all I can say is, wow, how did that happen so dang quick? Because it did. It happened fast. So, yeah. Well, okay. Oops. I'm going to take this little tiny one off here. There we go. I keep finding ones I've missed in my thinning. But I think I got most of everything right where it should be as far as the fruit. Oops, that was two that were in together. Oh well, that'll be better. But yeah, it looks much better. And I'm not nearly as afraid of limbs breaking. Still a possibility, you know. Get too much, too close to around here. Still possible for things to limbs to break. This tree did fantastic. Now we're just going to concentrate on more growth and get it a little bit better. Oh, I wonder, my trees all want to lean, even in their growth, but it's got a good straight trunk. I never tied that one up when it was little, and yeah, it really leans now, which means I'm going to have to prune back a lot of branches. Okay, we're already got a long video here, and I haven't even really done much yet. And I do need to get a few things done. So I'm going to go do them, and I'll be back in a little bit. Well, good evening, everyone. As usual, the evening is sneaking up on us really quick. That's the only problem with August, is by now we've already lost a half an hour of daylight in the morning and a half an hour at night. Well, I got home. I've got dinner. Did a little unwinding. Had to charge my phone up. It was dead, almost. So I just powered it off to fast charge it. And so that's what I've been doing for the last half hour, is waiting for my phone to charge up. We got... Oh, the moon is getting big in the sky, and the sun is just about ready to set. So, hold on, let me show you the moon. There we go. Look at how big. It's getting bigger, getting close to full. It's really hard to keep it in middle of the frame while I get close. There we go. Look at how big that moon is getting. Should be a full moon by my birthday. Birthday is Sunday, August 10th. Yeah, and that's the sunset we're going to be having tonight. Think I'll go over here to the raised beds, and then we'll get you set up and let you all watch the sunset. Just want to check and see if those peas are ready to pick yet. Oh, well, I got a couple. Got a couple that are ready. Got more than a couple. Ooh, nice little treat tonight. Boy, when they start setting, they start setting. Look at that. Got me a little snack tonight. And look at the sun. Isn't that amazing? Got a lot of smoke in the air, so it's a really, really red sunset tonight. Just wildfires everywhere. But anyways, I hope you had a good Monday and a good start to your week. So I didn't get quite the things done I was hoping to get done at work, but who knows? Tomorrow's another day. They might have me doing something else. Much rather work on the computer, but yeah. We'll see how things are going. So I'm going to get you set up here, and I hope you have a great week, and God bless, and I'll see you all on the next video. There we go. Beautiful sunset.